make us also open to listen what is actually made to visit these some of these cities that have been particularly very essential to some of those involved. How killings, to some extent political issues about who shall rule Nigeria. Should there be an independence of northern Nigeria? 15 years together to establish these kinds of conflicts.
As I said, I think it's very important for us to remember that we are here for a reason.
Use what we have learned and share with the rest of the world. Because we believe that HIV/AIDS is not just an African issue, but it's a global problem.
It's my great privilege to welcome against the movement both in his
We need of people of different faiths, women and men. I'm inclined to say that is up to this assembly to answer, because that is one of the major questions. I prepared myself to give some more contributions when I give my report to the assembly. All council churches are addressing this big question about what does it mean to be a church. We have had different ways of doing this. It has to do with how we work, and it has to do with what kind of decision. Contributed to our reflection as a World Council of Churches. He passed away a few years ago. And then as an old congregation in Central Thessaloniki, we asked us to thank God for everything, life as it is, and to look at the potential and the blessing. Sometimes claiming justice.
For the next 8 years afterwards, taking the mandate that the Assembly will give and putting it into motion. The first and most important, so all these elements feed into different objects, whatever. Okay? For those who seek to create what we're calling the okay, I don't think so, you're too silent. So I'm going to model what? A switch card, up, he switches out, Robin Hood. Is it clear? Great. Earrings, please do so.
I had nothing to do with it, I'm sorry.
Okay, everyone, you have your cards?
There are a lot of blue cards.
And there's a lack on many levels. Of course, there's some excuses who are better than, let's say, experience that civil society somehow they are.
There was an old show in the US, not so old, but old enough, with Steve Urkel, and whenever he back up, we fought so much.
I'm Mary from the United States.
And I worked in an instruction. One woman was called outside that woman.
I believe God more strongly than communism. So, even though we have many areas
for the unification of Korea, from that time, in this world, they accept one who worked for the equality of the people and for the peaceful unification were country. The time did not respond.
ngecilake anak kanggo terakhir April. Bakal rawuh menunggu aku. Iku bakal
getreten wurde, können die Menschen nicht mehr von diesem Baum. Erst die Steine, die wir gestern hier hingelegt haben, sind ein
what we said, what we talked about.
Even though we try to listen to God's words, Jesus' words, we get distracted.
Yes, please shout. Of time. You can stand right there, and then we will give you another opportunity.
Respect, disobedience.
Thank you. If your book is already covered or it's already on the screen, please don't read it.
more important than text.
Why take this text and not more text?
In the field of relations, how attitudes functioning to relationship into the relation.
Things that we talked about was, and the problem with language, what language to use was a big issue. So we talked about
meaning social, political, or association processes. So we're specifically thinking about the
Okay, we were really a lack of understanding. So how do we deal with that? So when there's how we can improve it.
Was I only supposed to read task one?
We're in the middle.
Oops, I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
I read the whole thing.
In Asia, or maybe in third world country, that is pressure. For example, we learned that there are groups in monthly support group that understand
All of the ethics, but it is a size that the WCC can.
Building our capacity that way, then we also build the capacity of others who are. Secondly, while relying on the website, we had controlling. I was being told by Yeja, we are sharing, I hear somebody God is the leader of
the progress so far that you'd like to.
Two key challenges apart from.
And we will come when we like.
But if there is an interest in developing.
Their lives and their memories will live in our hearts. We will carry them to our home. And as a way, or give them a verse of scripture.
And the difficulty,
I didn't know how to understand this child. I didn't accept the manual because I don't know what that manual means.
My name is.
pray for no hail, shall we? I did that one, so. And exploring Christian self-identity in a world.
Officer sees a car flaring along at 22 miles an hour. Five little old Indians.
Need to be included in that program. This is
Awfully shaking, and they try to 22 miles an hour. The old Indians.
for children's rights. Life, mission, and changing contexts.